Hey guys, Joe here again. And earlier today I posted on Facebook a quote, and I just want to read it to you again real quick. The past is not simply the past, but a prism through which the subject filters his own changing self-image, by Doris Kearns Goodwin. Now, all of us in our life have filters that we experience and we view life through. And really it's virtually impossible to not have filters in life. And so what I want you to do is look behind me here. You see all these beautiful lush greens of East Tennessee, especially with all the rain we've had. Hey guys, all of you out in the Northwest, which I miss dearly. I swear right now I feel like I'm living back in the Northwest, as much rain as we've had the last couple of weeks. But you can see all these beautiful greens, and you see the blue of the sky. You know, it's a little gray right now as the sun's setting and all. But what would happen if you looked at this behind me and you held up a piece of red film and you looked through it? How would it change? It'd all have a red hue to it. What if you picked up a blue piece of film? It'd all have a blue hue to it, or yellow. It'd have a yellowish hue to it, and it would literally change the colors that are right behind me when you look at it without a filter. It's the same way in your life. You experience life through your past experiences, through the filters that have been put in place, the things that seem to always happen to you, the things that have happened in the past, and you expect them to happen again. And I want to tell you that as you reach higher today, that it's time to evaluate what filters do you have in your life and find out creative ways to remove those filters and live life without limits. Because I believe the only thing that truly limits you is the space in between your ears. That's the only thing that can truly limit you. For example, my mom, she had had multiple miscarriages, and when she got pregnant with me, the doctors, based on the filters of what they had experienced in the past, they said, now, you know that you're probably not going to be able to carry this child full term, and they kind of discouraged her because of what had happened in the past. Well, guess what? Here I am. I'm a miracle. It's the same way in your life. How many things in your life do you just expect to happen? How many things do you say, well, you know, this is the way it's always been? Let me tell you something. Filters only control your life if you let them. I know some of you watching right now have had people discourage you. I know some of you watching right now have had people that you love, people that you care about, who have told you that you'll never amount to anything. Let me tell you something right now. As you're watching this video, you are a miracle. You are not an accident. You are created for a purpose and a destiny. And so I just want to tell you, anyone who has said you won't amount to anything, guess what? You've already amounted to something because you're breathing oxygen. You are a human being, and you can do anything that you set your mind to. And I'm just telling you right now, don't let the words that have been spoken over you control your thoughts right now or your future. Because I'm telling you, you can set your mind to something and you can move forward. You can achieve whatever you want to achieve when you set your mind to it. Now, if you let the past dictate what's been going on, yes, it can drag you down. Yes, it can make life difficult. But I'm telling you right now, forget about the past. Forget about the things, and especially if you're one of those that says, well, it's always been this way. Dare to live life. Some of you right now, you're done with relationships. And I understand that because of past relationships, your life has been a train wreck. But I'm telling you, live. Here's the thing too. Be cautious of who you get advice from. I worked with teenagers for over 20 years. And one thing I noticed that was always astounding to me, I knew so many teens, guess what? When they needed advice, they would go to the people whose lives were the biggest train wrecks of all. And you know, in my mind, I'm sitting here thinking, great, go ask advice if you want to know how not to do something, maybe. But that wasn't what they were doing. They were going and getting advice from these people who had only experienced the negative, the train wrecks, and here they were getting advice from them. What I encourage you to do as you're reaching higher today, as you're trying to remove filters in your life and see clearly, see these beautiful lush greens and beautiful landscapes that's all around you, the beautiful future that's around you, the beautiful things that lie ahead. As you're doing that, I encourage you to find a mentor. I encourage you to find someone that you know is positive, that you know cares about what is good for your life, not with some hidden agenda, but just someone that cares about you, and look to those people for advice. Even better, if you have a goal, if you have an ambition, if you have a dream, find someone who's already living that dream. Find someone who's already made it. Find someone who's already there and say, listen, what advice can you give me? And then the biggest thing when you ask for advice, you need to be willing to take it. Because I know some people, they come in, for example, they'll come in for counseling, but it's like to check the block, check the counseling block, but they don't listen to anything that's said, and they definitely don't put it into practice. And so I just encourage you, find a mentor that's where you want to be. Find someone who's already been through what you've been through, and then say, hey, I'm struggling. Can you help me? And then keep moving forward with those kinds of people. Sometimes, you know, we want to be friends to everybody, but sometimes when you look around the people in your life, there's people that can drag you down. And so maybe they're the filter in your life. Maybe everything that you're experiencing in life, you experience through the filter of that person in your life that's negative, that's putting you down, that's putting themselves down. And you know what? I've heard the illustration, if you stand up on a chair and then you try to pull someone up on the chair with you, it is very, very difficult. It's really hard to just stand on a chair and pull someone up with you. But I'm telling you, it's a lot easier when you're standing on that chair and someone comes up, it's a lot easier to pull you down. And so just remember that it's a lot easier to get pulled down than it is to pull up. And so I just encourage you, find people in your life to take advice from. Find people to make a mentor. I've had many mentors in my life. Del Penner, if you ever watch this, I want to say a shout out to you and thank you. This man has invested so much into my life. Keith Yoder, I don't know if he'll ever watch this, maybe on another media, maybe, but he invested so much into my life that I literally made him the best man in my wedding 3 years ago because he blessed me so much. So I encourage you, put people around you that you can trust. And I tell you, it's amazing what a life you can have. So today, start evaluating your life and start saying, okay, what filters do I have? What is it that I'm running things through that instead of just taking things at face value, instead of just accepting things, you know, maybe it's that you're super suspicious of everything and everybody. Whatever it is, start moving those filters out of your life and then trust to move forward. I tell you, life is an adventure to be lived. And as you reach higher today, I encourage you, reach higher, remove the filters, see this beautiful landscape that's all around you, and take it a day at a time, step by step, day by day. Because I know there's an awesome plan for your life. And I know if you're watching this, I know you have a destiny. All right, guys, thanks so much. Hope you have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon. Oh, one thing before I forget, I almost forgot. If you're encouraged by this stuff, go ahead and shoot me a like on this video. Also, what I'm doing is I'm posting these straight over to YouTube. So if you ever want to just kind of see all the videos together and pick which one you want to watch or and all in one place, you can go to Reaching Higher Today on YouTube, search it there, and I've got a channel there that you can watch where I'll have all the videos. And I just encourage you, go ahead and shoot me a like, follow me on YouTube, and I just want to encourage you guys, because I tell you, my life is an adventure. If you don't believe it, go to my Facebook page, look at my cover, click on my cover photo, and it has a quick rundown of my life, and you can see in just a couple of minutes of reading, I have had an amazing life that I'm very thankful for and very grateful for. All right, you guys have a great night, and we'll see you soon.